911 emergency.
Yes, I'm in the middle of the field. It's like we're just pushing guys over. Right here going towards Javelin on both sides. My truck ran out of gas. There's one car here and got chased to the woods. Please hurry.
Okay, now run that by me.
I'm not talking to him. I actually ran into him.
Ah, you ran into him. Okay.
Got the first guy.
Do you need an ambulance?
Yeah, no, I need the cops.
Okay. Is anybody hurt? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Brandon Lawson disappeared along a dark stretch of highway in Brant, Texas, August 9th of 2013. He was a 26-year-old from San Angelo, Texas, an oil field worker and father of 4. He also had a common-law wife, Ladessa Lofton. He's described as a Caucasian male with brown hair and blue eyes. At the time of his disappearance, Lawson was wearing a yellow shirt, camouflage shorts, and white Nikes. Friday, February 4th, 2022, 8.5 years after his disappearance, Lawson's family announced on social media that a private team of searchers had found clothing that matched those of Lawson's when he disappeared. I'll give you all recent developments in the case, but first, let's quickly go over the mysterious circumstances surrounding his disappearance. On August 8th, 2013, Brandon and his girlfriend Ladessa got into a heated argument. Apparently, Brandon didn't come home the night before, and Ladessa believed he was on drugs again. He had an ongoing issue with substance abuse, but he had been clean for about 6 months prior. Brandon's brother Kyle Lawson later claimed that Brandon had taken methamphetamines shortly before he disappeared. Around 11:30 p.m., Brandon called his father in Crowley, Texas, to inform him that he was on his way. It was about a 3.5-hour drive from San Angelo. At 11:45 p.m., Lawson left his house en route to his father's, driving his silver Ford F-150. At around 11:30 a.m. on August 9th, Brandon called his brother Kyle and told him he ran out of gas on Route 277 between San Angelo and Brant, Texas. Kyle claimed that during the call, Brandon told him that 3 Mexicans were chasing him out of town. Kyle asked if he was hallucinating, which Brandon denied. Kyle, along with his wife and 4-year-old, drove to Brandon and Ladessa's house to grab a gas can. Kyle said they continued to make calls with each other, but supposedly Brandon wouldn't hold a conversation with him, usually ending the call after a few seconds. At 12:50 a.m., Brandon called 911, which rang at a local nursing home in Robert Lee, Texas. He told the responder that he had run out of gas and needed the police. During the call, he made several confusing and incoherent statements. Several minutes later, at 12:56 a.m., a trucker called 911 as well to report Lawson's truck, which was parked haphazardly on the side of the road. Between 12:15 a.m. and 1:15 a.m., Brandon made and received several phone calls with his brother, girlfriend, neighbor, and the 911 dispatcher, though his bad reception caused several of these calls to go straight to voicemail. Around 1:15 a.m., Kyle called Brandon, who sounded out of breath. He claimed he was bleeding. Shortly after 1 a.m., a sheriff's deputy and Kyle arrived at Brandon's truck almost simultaneously. Some claims say that the sheriff was already on scene, other claims state that they literally showed up on scene at the same time. Of course, Brandon wasn't there. At the time, he was on the phone with Kyle and told him, "I can see you, I'm right here." But neither the deputy nor Kyle could see him. Kyle felt maybe Brandon was hiding in the field because he had an outstanding warrant from 2 years prior, so Kyle didn't tell the deputy it was Brandon on the phone. At around 1:18 a.m., Audrey sent Brandon a text saying, "A cop is at your truck," just to give him a heads up if he didn't already know that. After 1:19 a.m., all calls to Brandon's phone went straight to voicemail. In statements given to the police, none of this was reported to Deputy Neal on the scene. Also, Deputy Neal didn't say anything to Kyle about the 911 calls on the scene. It's still unclear at this time if Deputy Neal knew that Brandon had called 911, but at the same time, why was he on scene if he didn't know about the 911 calls? Had Kyle known about his brother's previous 911 calls, he would have never assumed he was simply hiding from the cops. After talking to the officer, Kyle drove a short distance up the road and parked the car to wait for Brandon to come out of the woods. Though after about 30 to 45 minutes, they decided to leave. The deputy then put emergency lights on, locked Brandon's truck, and proceeded to leave the scene and arrange for a tow truck to pick up the truck in the morning. According to reports, the deputy drove up and down the road to see if he could spot Brandon walking along the roadway. Kyle and his girlfriend left the empty gas can in the bed of the truck, thinking that if Brandon came back, he would at least have the gas can to get some fuel. At 5 a.m. the following morning, Kyle went back, but there was no sign of Brandon. Kyle filled the gas can and then put it back in the bed of the truck, although it was later inevitably towed at 8 a.m. as per the deputy's request. At this point, Kyle was concerned and felt that Brandon may not have been hiding at all, and that he must be in danger. He then spoke with investigators and gave them the full account of Brandon being on the phone at the time the deputy was at the truck. Up until this point, none of his family even knew there's been no activity on Brandon's bank account or his cell phone since that time. Although investigators have stated there's no evidence of foul play in this case, his family stated it's uncharacteristic of him to leave without warning. His case is classified as an involuntary missing person, and to this day, it still remains unsolved. Awaiting DNA analysis, of course. Let's get into that. At around 2 p.m. Friday, February 4th, 2022, the Help Find Brandon Lawson Facebook page run by his family posted that the presumed remains of Lawson had been found. A 10-person search team led by advocate Jason Watts found what is now believed to be his shoes and his shorts near his last known location. Texas Rangers subsequently conducted a search of the area and found human remains. DNA results are not complete as of February 18th, 2022, but the remains are expected to belong to Brandon. That's all we know about the case as of right this minute. Anything else you read may just be speculation. If you have any information about what may have happened to Brandon Lawson, please contact the Coke County Sheriff's Office. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. Also, leaving a like on this video may help raise awareness to this case and many others.